Hi class, for my narrative speech, I'm going to talk about change. When I was 4, my parents got divorced, and my dad got custody of my brother and I. He decided we were going to move to a very small town to where my grandparents were living. I had grown up there for 10 years, I had had friends, I was established and involved, but in ninth grade, I decided I wasn't happy anymore, and I was going to move 4 hours away to where my mom was living. And to put this into a perspective, where I was going to school, it was the only school in the whole county. I had about 60 kids in my whole class. I had known them all my life. My school was one floor. It was very small. But where I was going to, there was about 200 kids that were going to be in my class. The school was 2 floors. I was very scared, but I just knew something needed to happen. I was not happy where I was. So I moved between the summer of 9th and 10th grade, and I was involved in band where I used to be, so I decided to stick with that and stay involved in band on where I was going to move to. I had practice in the summer, so my mom drove me to practice, one of the first practices, and I was so nervous. I had all these negative thoughts going through my head. People aren't going to like me. Why did I do this? And then I walked into the first day, and it wasn't that scary. Obviously, it was a little awkward at first. I didn't know anybody, but the band director was really nice. People were very welcoming. And because of this, it made the first day of school so much easier. I had friends. I wasn't as awkward as I thought it was going to be. And I became involved. I got into NHS and all sorts of other things. Now, to put this into a different perspective, when I was 16, I got my first job at a pizza place. And obviously it was fine for a first job, but after about a year, I needed to move on. I was sick of it. I didn't want to be working there anymore. So I started to apply to new places, and one of the places I applied to was Starbucks. I didn't know anything about coffee. I didn't like coffee. All I knew is that they treated their employees really well and had great benefits. After the hiring process happened and I got hired, I walked in for my first day, and once again, there was that feeling I had on my first day of school in 10th grade. The unknown, I was scared, all sorts of things. But looking back on it now, it was the best decision ever. I have some of my best friends. I've worked there for 3 years. As I had mentioned in a previous video, I had ACL surgery in the summer, and they paid me disability. It's just a great company to work for. Now, I will be transferring schools in the fall because I have to move on to get my full degree. And I don't have to worry about finding another job wherever I go to school. I can transfer to any Starbucks, there's no problem. And overall, I'm just very thankful that I decided to make that change. Now, for you guys watching, if something in your life isn't going the way you want it to, maybe that's your major or your living situation, or you're just in a really bad place, change is always a good thing. Whether that be something physical, like I said, moving, or mentally, maybe you're just a really negative person, start thinking positive. One positive thought a day, and things can really help you. It helps redirect your priorities, and it opens more opportunities for you. If I had stayed in my small town, there's no Starbucks even close to where I used to live. So, after moving, obviously, I had that opportunity. You have to look at it as a good decision. Sometimes you need to change because something bad happened, but in the end, everything's going to be okay. You'll figure it out. So just look at it as a learning experience, and everything will be okay. Thank you guys for watching.